Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Thanks for clicking on this video and for checking it out. If you don't know who I am, my name is Christian McKeown. I'm 22 years old and I play for a soccer academy in Leeds, England. If you're new to my channel, then please do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more soccer related videos like this. And in this video, I just really wanted to share with you guys a one-on-one individual midfielder specific strength and conditioning power session that I did with a former professional soccer strength and conditioning coach named Ben Rome. He's a really great guy. I've had the opportunity to do 2 sessions with him now, individual training sessions, and he has worked in the professional game for about 12 years and has worked for a number of clubs from Sheffield United to Doncaster Rovers, and he has a vast wealth of knowledge when it comes to soccer-specific training, strength and conditioning, rehab, all that kind of stuff. And so I had a really great gym session with him that I would love to share with you guys in this video. So please stick around and we'll get right into this video. So as you can see, first of all, Ben just had me warm up on the exercise bike just to get my legs loosened up and the blood flowing, and I rode the bike for about 5 minutes as that little warm up. And so next he had me just do a little bit of kind of dynamic stretching where you just start in the high plank position and lift that leg up to a lunge, and you just open up your body to that side where you lifted that leg, and just did 4 little twists each side. And that's a really great muscle activation for the legs, for the glutes, for the hamstrings. And then next Ben had me go into the caveman squat, which is a really good hip mobility stretch, and did that for 30 seconds. And so now Ben's just describing to me what I was going to do for the first circuit of exercises. So the first one is just an explosive squat with the dumbbells, and then next is a single arm dumbbell bench, and then the last one of that circuit is a little one-armed clean with the dumbbells. And I did this circuit 4 times through and 6 reps for each exercise. So here's the first one, just doing the squats with the dumbbells. I think I was using 20 kgs for those squats, and then same thing for the single arm dumbbell bench press. And the key here is really to be very explosive. Everything that I did during the session was meant to be powerful and explosive. Those are very important aspects of specifically being a midfielder. Everything you do needs to be explosive to get to that ball when you're playing in a soccer game. And so here are the cleans. So this is the first set that I did, so just working on getting that technique down, being extremely explosive in the hips, pulling up with the arm, and did that for 6 reps each side. So, and then I rested for 1 minute and 30 seconds in between each set. So in this video I'm just going to show you the first set and then the last set to kind of give you guys an idea of the way that my form improved over the 4 sets. So here's the last set that I did. Obviously I was starting to get a little bit tired too, so maybe not quite as explosive, but my form is still pretty good, sitting back pretty well in those squats. And then here is the single arm dumbbell bench. Ben told me it's really important that you keep that core tight while you're doing that exercise. It's actually a really good core strengthening exercise, as well as obviously an explosive chest workout. So then just going into the last one, dumbbell clean, single arm. Just trying to be as explosive and powerful as I could possibly be. Pulling that weight up as high as I could, exploding through those hips. And then that was it for that circuit. So then jumped into the next circuit of 3 exercises, starting with a dumbbell deadlift. Again, doing 6 reps and again being as explosive as possible. So I think here I was using about 22 or 25 kgs for those squats. And then moving into the next exercise, which is the explosive shoulder press. Ben just telling me there, be a little more explosive, be as explosive as possible. So I was using 16 kgs for this. And the key was to keep those shoulders as square as possible. Try and not rotate that torso too much. I am rotating it a little bit, but trying to keep my core tight, trying to keep those shoulders level, and just being explosive and pushing it up as high as I can. The final exercise for this set is clapping push-ups, 6 clapping push-ups. Again, is a really good explosive little exercise. And then I rested for a minute in between these sets. And so Ben here is just critiquing my form a little bit on the deadlifts, just saying that I could lean back, sit back in those deadlifts a little bit more. Instead of putting my weight forward over my knees, just focus a little bit more on sitting back and really exploding up through those hamstrings, the glutes. So this is my last set of the 4 sets that I did. So 4 sets, 6 reps of each exercise. This was the last one. I think my form got a little bit better there towards the end. Here I'm really trying to keep that core tight, keep those shoulders level, be really explosive. By the 4th set I was getting pretty tired though. It's a really, really good workout, especially when you're trying to be as explosive as possible. You really exert a lot of energy. And finally going into those clapping push-ups. After watching back the footage, it looks like I probably could have gone a little bit lower, but it's always difficult when you're doing those clapping push-ups and you have to be explosive. Sometimes there's the temptation not to go quite as low. So here we go into the last set of exercises, which is just 2 exercises. First one was explosive jumps off that exercise ball, and then the second one has been demonstrating was just a dumbbell RDL. So I did four little bounces and then 1 big explosive jump. Again, being as powerful as I could, trying to get as high as I could. Exploding off of the ball. Trying to use all the energy I could. I did 6 reps of this one. And then went straight into the dumbbell RDLs. As you can see, at first my form was a little bit wrong. You want to keep those knees straight. Just bend down straight and come up quick, using your hamstrings, your lower back. It's a really good hamstring workout. Definitely recommend doing this one. You'll definitely feel that one after four sets. So here's my last set of the 4. Starting to get, I think, a little bit more explosive on these jumps. Just really trying to get as high as I possibly could. finally into the last set of RDLs. Going down just past the knees, and then using those hamstrings and lower back to pull myself up, keeping that chest tall, my back flat. And that was it for the power circuit portion. So we finished off the session with a little bit of fitness on the treadmill. So this workout that I did on the treadmill was a hill workout that got progressively harder and harder and then worked its way back down. And so just for the first little beginning bit, for a warm-up, kind of just to loosen my legs up from doing all those deadlifts and squats, I ran for a minute at 10 kilometers per hour. And then, as you can see, Ben started to increase the speed up to 15.5 kilometers per hour, which was the speed that I was going to be working at for the rest of the treadmill workout. So I ran for a minute at 15.5 kilometers per hour with an incline of 3%. So at the end of that minute, I rested for a minute. And then I ran for 50 seconds at an incline of 6%. And then at the end of that, I rested for 50 seconds. So the rest time was always the same as the running time. So here I'm running for 40 seconds at an incline of 9%. So the incline increases by 3% each time, and the amount of running goes down, but so does the amount of rest. So it gets a little bit harder as it goes along. So here I'm running for 30 seconds at an incline of 12%. And then at the end of that, I rested for 30 seconds. And then I ran for 15 seconds at an incline of 15%. So right after that 15-second run, I had 45-second rest, and then repeated the whole thing but going in reverse. So starting with one more 15-second run at the incline of 15, then 30-second run, 40, 50, and finally finishing with the minute run. And so as you can see, the incline is getting lower and lower, back down to 3% for that last minute of running. And I don't know whether I made that that running look easy or not, but it was actually pretty tough. It's a pretty good workout, and even though the speed stayed the same the whole time, that incline really had a big difference. It really made it a lot more difficult, and it was a really good way to finish off the session. So just finished it off with a short 2-minute walk just to cool myself down, and that was the session. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that session. I hope you got something out of it, and please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, and hope to see you guys in my next video.